Hello, traveler. Are you ready to join me on a quest to make the dankest and most sus Space Marine chapter around? I'm your host, Mr. Taxidermy. Welcome to Backalley Taxidermy. Over the course of the next, insert the time frame here, you are going to see this gray tide cross the Rubicon Pigmentus and become Ultra 4K Bluetooth painted army.
Bruh.
Yes, we are going to paint up a 5,000 point army and learn some new things, even make some goofs along the way. Be sure to smash the subscribe button and ring my bell so you don't miss every step of painting this totally loyal army worthy of the Emperor.
Love me, Emperor. Simple as.
In this video, I'm going to show you my naked ass. In this video, I'm going to show you my naked ass army. And yes, that goes with all the modifications and kitbashes too. Consider this an appetizer for what's coming off the grill. Prepare your ass. To start us off, we're going to look at some chonky boys. The Deathwing Terminators. No Dank Angels army is complete without some of these, so I got 15 of them right here. I wanted to make mine real knightly, so I 3D printed some helmets and put some tabards on their tummies. And because G-Dubs looked a little flat on the top, I put some ornaments up there.
Was the night before Christmas.
Speaking of knights, I got 5 Deathwing knights. Can you tell I picked up the old
Deathwinger box!
We gotta put Belial in there too. When I think of Belial, I think of the big-ass banner, like his old model. So I was a little disappointed when I saw they shrank his banner down to a peanut. I knew I had to give him a big, overcompensating banner worthy of his legacy. Does it look goofy? Hell yeah, it does. If you can't tell by now, I'm something of a goofy goober myself. Let's peep some more Terminator characters while I take it to the fridge. Here's my foot-slogging fighting force, the Ass Intercessors, just hankering to chop into some Xenos. Ass stands for assault. And of course we needed some shooty bang bang Marines. We had to give them a little bit more drip. Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of the generic Intercessors, so I decided to go a little harder on the chunky fellas. So I got 10 heavy Intercessors, and I didn't want to waste that Bulldog helmet from the Terminators, so we did a little bit of a head transplant on these guys.
What the dog doing?
Speaking of Fortnite, like any competitive game, there's going to be sweats. So I wanted to give these try-hard angels some flashy wings to truly show off their self-importance. And for their melee-focused bros, I had to give them some flowing capes and old-school helmets. You know, heroic, knightly, all the things that Space Marines are not. You might be thinking now, yo, Mr. Taxidermy, where can I get drip this hard? And I would answer, well, I ain't getting no sponsorships from this, but I want y'all to have this drip. So go look up Grey Tide Studios on My Mini Factory for all the cool 3D printed kit bashing stuff used in this video. Also, if any of these basing bits look cool to you, check out Goon Master on My Mini Factory. While I cannot confirm nor deny if he truly is the master of gooning, I can confirm that these basing bits are real good. Take, for example, the wacky weeds that you see all over the bases. These really put the dank in Dank Angels. To paraphrase a certain dude Lebowski,
they really tied
the army
together.
Moving on, since it's a Dark Angels army, you know we gotta bring in some Hellblasters. I gave these guys some helmets that looked a bit more old school. Since the Dark Angels allegedly have a stash of all the ancient cool tech, I thought it was a good way to represent that. And speaking of plasma, we got some Inceptors here, nothing too wild with these bad boys. I just magnetized the arms so we can have either plasma or the bolt rifles, and we went with the Sussy Wussy Amogus helmet. Among Us! To take out some important targets, I got 3 hole eliminators here. 1, 2, 3. You can count them, you can see them, you can count them again. I gave them some boxy sort of backpacks, and I think that goes real well with the recon vibe. I made some Ravenwing jump intercessors, and I made the decision that all Ravenwing units are going to be beakies, because I just think that's cool.
Beaky supremacy!
Coming straight out of the Leviathan box is the Infernus Marines. While I found the base models very generic, I think these guys take the bacon now that they're all hooded up and ready to turn up that heat. I'm looking forward to painting up those backpack burners real soon. What's in there? What's in their backpack burners, you might ask? I don't know, but it's probably something kind of dank. Before showing you my commanders, and believe me, there are some cool kit bashes incoming, I want to show you the stuff that goes vroom and boom. So here's my Ravenwing ATV. As you can see, this Ravenwing ATV has the signature beaky helmets, as I mentioned before, and we have the backpacks with the wings on them. Bringing out the big guns, I got my Kitbash repulsor. We added a few of those lion shields to make it look a little bit more royal. What else do we have to say about the repulsor? That's kind of going to be short. What do we got going on? Some of my favorite models in my army are definitely the Dreadnots.
And I got 4 of them.
2 of my Dreadnots come swinging in with their 3D printed blades. Got them equipped with big old plasma guns too, cause Dark Angels. Also, I couldn't be fucked with magnetization. That shit's hard. And if you've ever tried to magnetize the big gun, it kind of just flops off, falls off. So you can't do it. It's not good, it's not possible. You just can't do it. I'm lazy. Did somebody call LeBron? Cause we got a slam dunk up in here with the Baller Dreadnought. Ready to rain pew-pews and score 3-pointers all across the field. Finally, we got the most brutal of all the Dreadnoughts, Da Brutalis boy. He's all unchained and ready for action. One thing you've probably noticed is all these flying babies everywhere. And if you don't know already, you can find them over at youtube.com/eonsofbattle. Well, my friend, Mr. Battle, will be more than happy to tell you about his So thank you, Mr. Battle. My army needed more little guys. Finally, I'm gonna start... No. Finally, I'm gonna show you the heroes of my army, starting out with the Harmacist. Of course, you gotta have Azzy in the mix, and I wanted to give him a flaming sword to match good old Belial, so I sculpted a little green stuff on his blade. I also wanted to put him next to a little grave, since the angel Azrael is supposed to be an angel of death. This just makes sense to me. Lazzy's model wasn't really doing it for me, so I made him Old Manzarus. Lazarus Old Manzarus. Kind of going for that grizzly old dude vibe. And now we got my OC Do Not Steal here. I got my lieutenant. I got another lieutenant. And a captain. If you haven't messed around in the old bits box or STL pile to put yourself together a leader, I totally recommend it. It makes the gaming much more narrative when you see your dude on the field. Definitely looking forward to making up some lore and naming these fellas when we get to play a Crusade campaign later this year. To boost morale, we got a chappie, and this chappie be happy to whack you some heretics with his pimp cane. Real goofy miniature, can't wait to paint, 5 bones out of Skelly. And you know we couldn't have a chappie without wide Asmodai. I just love this model. It's honestly one of the reasons I had the idea for this army in the first place. I knew I had to have this monk-looking dude hotboxing everyone with his dank-ass Kush backpacks. Look at those smokestacks! This is gonna be a real treat to paint. And one more thing before we finish off the group. Shadow Wizard Money Gang, we love casting spells! And finishing off this army, probably the one you all saw coming, it's Mr. Kitty! Yippee! 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 Is there rats down here? Anyways, that's my army. I hope you got some inspiration and / or enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and staying through this entire thing. This is my first attempt at any kind of YouTube thing, so genuinely thank you for any support. Please stick around for more Warhammer content. I've got plenty of things brewing up in here and I'm excited to share them. Please leave a comment, share and like this video. And guess what? I got a painting video fresh on tap for you. Click the link on the screen to see it. This has been your host, Mr. Taxidermy. I hope to see you real soon. Around the world, around the world.